The girl who conquered Hollywood, pop music, and a billion hearts, while fighting battles no one saw. She was supposed to be just another Disney kid, a forgettable face in the conveyor belt of child stars destined for obscurity or tabloid tragedy. But Selena Gomez did something almost no one expected. She became one of the most influential women of her generation, not despite her struggles, but because she turned them into her superpower. At just 32 years old, Selena has accumulated achievements that would take most people 3 lifetimes. Over 400 million Instagram followers, making her one of the most followed people on Earth. Chart-topping albums that have sold millions, critically acclaimed acting roles that prove she's far more than a teen idol, a billion-dollar beauty empire, and a resume of humanitarian work that includes UNICEF ambassadorship before she turned 20. She's been romantically linked to some of the world's biggest stars, weathered public heartbreaks that became international news events, and survived the kind of media scrutiny that has broken countless others. But here's what makes Selena's story truly extraordinary. Somewhere between the Disney fairy tale and the pop stardom, between the sold-out world tours and the magazine covers, she made a choice that changed everything. She decided to stop pretending everything was perfect. In an era when Instagram feeds were carefully curated fantasies and celebrities guarded their vulnerabilities like state secrets, Selena Gomez did the unthinkable. She told the truth. She spoke about her lupus diagnosis, her kidney transplant, her battles with anxiety and depression, her time in treatment facilities, and the toll that fame had taken on her mental health. She didn't do it for sympathy or publicity. She did it because she knew millions of young people were struggling in silence, thinking they were alone. That vulnerability became her legacy. More powerful than any #1 hit, more influential than any red carpet appearance. But the journey to that moment of radical honesty began in a place far from Hollywood's glittering lights. From Grand Prairie to center stage, Selena Marie Gomez was born on July 22, 1992, in Grand Prairie, Texas, a middle-class suburb between Dallas and Fort Worth that's better known for its outlet malls than its celebrity exports. Her parents, Ricardo Joel Gomez and former stage actress Amanda Dawn, Mandy Cornett, were both just 16 years old when Selena arrived, barely more than children themselves. The young family struggled financially. Mandy, who had given up her own acting dreams, worked 3 jobs to keep the lights on after she and Ricardo divorced when Selena was just 5. There were times when they couldn't afford gas, when they had to search for quarters in the car to buy dinner, when the realities of poverty made childhood feel less like innocence and more like survival. But Mandy had seen something in her daughter. A spark, a presence, an inexplicable star quality that manifested even when Selena was playing pretend in their small apartment. Rather than let their circumstances define them, Mandy made a decision that would change both their lives. She would help Selena chase the dream she herself had abandoned. Those lean years in Texas taught Selena lessons that would serve her throughout her career. The value of hard work, the importance of gratitude, and an empathy for those struggling that many celebrities, insulated by wealth from birth, could never authentically claim. When Selena later became a UNICEF ambassador working with impoverished children globally, it wasn't performative charity. It was a girl who remembered being that child, remembering what it felt like to worry about things kids should never have to worry about. Her first break came at age 7 when she appeared on the children's television series, Barney and Friends, alongside another future pop star, Demi Lovato. For 3 years, Selena played Gianna, learning her craft, developing her comfort in front of cameras, and forming a friendship with Lovato that would become one of the most discussed relationships of their generation. A sisterhood that would survive fame, public feuds, reconciliations, and the unique pressures that come with growing up in the spotlight. But Barney was just the beginning, the first chapter in a story that would take Selena from small guest roles to becoming one of the most recognizable faces on the planet. The real transformation was about to begin, and it would start with a mouse. Specifically, a certain mouse with big ears and deep pockets who knew how to manufacture teen dreams.